Hey y'all, guess what? Bonus video this week of 8-Minute Methodism. I'm Dr. J, or Jonathan Lemaster Smith if you want to say all 27 letters of my name. That spoon right there has Francis Asbury on its handle, and I'm wearing a shirt from Checkpoint Church, one of the wonderful churches within the West North Carolina Conference. It's a digital church that is for nerds, geeks, and gamers, and I just wanted to give a shout out to them because I love what the shirt says. This episode of 8-Minute Methodism is going to go over some of the news sources that I consider reputable and reliable in terms of looking at what is happening in the General Conference and the United Methodist Church as a whole, and to go over some of the websites that also give a more broad commentary on that from conservative and liberal perspectives. So let's get started. First, always first, I tell you to look at United Methodist News. It's umnews.org, and it's also on Facebook and most other social media sites. It is the official news gathering agency of the 13 million member United Methodist Church. It's part of United Methodist Communications, our official communications agency, and it is staffed by professionally trained journalists who are committed to the work and mission of the United Methodist Church. They will cover most consistently and the most objectively, I would say, of the news sites. They have people who are trained both in United Methodism as well as comprehensive journalism. They do a good job, and occasionally they do provide editorials from people as well. Next, I would say on the sort of neutral, moderate side, I would look at Religion News Service, or RNS. It's an independent nonprofit and award-winning source. For all of these, I'm reading sort of their about pages to help you get a sense of who they are. On global news, on religion, spirituality, culture. They regularly cover United Methodist issues and will likely be present at the United Methodist General Conference as part of that. I would say start with these two. Don't look to ABC News, Fox News, CBS News, MSNBC, CNN, any of those, because they are going to give you the shock headlines with poor commentary, because they usually get things wrong, even if they're interviewing someone who has knowledge of the denomination as part of that. Now, we're going to go over two more liberal sites and two more conservative sites if you're wanting to look for more commentary on how this works, as well as some of the spin the different groups will put on this. I'm giving you both because I think it's good to have an experience of the different sides of it. We're going to start with the liberal side. Reconciling Ministries regularly puts out news information about particularly LGBTQ plus groups. It is the original LGBTQ plus group of the United Methodist Church. It is not officially within the United Methodist Church. It is a parachurch organization designed for supporting and providing opportunities for queer people within the United Methodist Church. It has a presence on all the social media as well as a news section of its website. The next would be Insight. Its description reads that in a spirit of providing transparency to church government, Insight will provide an open venue for diverse perspectives submitted for consideration, subject to editorial guidelines. And then what it does is look at sort of a global perspective of the United Methodist Church. I will say it is an independent group, and it tends to skew more liberal progressive, although they do have occasional non-liberal people writing on it as part of that. They are present on all social media. Now we're going to move to the more conservative side of things. First, we're going to look at the Institute for Religion and Democracy. From its description, founded in 1981, the Institute on Religion and Democracy is an ecumenical voice for transparency, for renewal, for the historic Christian teaching within the churches and within society. We advocate for a robust and faithful Christian social and political witness, reflecting justice, charity, hope, and realism. Their website is called Juicy Ecumenism, and you can go to that website. It has a regular blog that is updated with news, as well as they are present either as the IRD or as Juicy Ecumenism on most social media sites, and they do tend to skew more conservative, as does Good News Magazine. You may have seen Good News Magazine in your churches. I believe most United Methodist churches get them regularly in the mail. It has been around since 1967, and according to its bio, it has been the classical evangelical witness and ministry for renewal and reform within the United Methodist Church. They write that our mission is to lead all people within the United Methodist Church to the faithful and vibrant practice of Orthodox Wesleyan Christianity. They say that their statements are centered in Christ, faithful to the scriptures, and committed to the kingdom. Now, of course, this is going to be more conservative or evangelical as well. The reason I am not trying to give you just one perspective to look at is because I believe we need to have varying and robust perspectives on this, because we are a diverse people within the United Methodist Church. I think a report came out from Duke University just recently that looks at the reality that after the disaffiliations in the United Methodist Church, the two North Carolina conferences at least, have gotten more diverse, not less, in doing that. So we need to look at ourselves in a global perspective with unique and rich contexts around the world. Now, finally, I recommend you follow me, mostly because you already do. You're watching my videos. But follow me at my website. It's jlemaster-smith.com. On Facebook, you can Google my name. I'm the only Jonathan Lemaster Smith. I'm also there as the Rural Professor. I'm Rural Professor or the Rural Professor on most other social media, but I'll likely be most active posting on Threads, X/Twitter, and Facebook as part of that. And of course, follow me here at 8 Minute Methodism. I'll try to record several videos throughout the General Conference as part of that. And again, I just want you to be informed and educated about what's going on. So I encourage you to follow United Methodist News and then Religious News Service over anything else. And then as you have time to explore these others in order to gain a better perspective of what's going on in the different opinions as to where we are as a denomination. And again, if you like this video and my other videos, feel free to drop a like down there, leave a comment about what you like the most, maybe even hit the subscribe button, share this with your friends. I'll put all my social media stuff here again. And then after that, I want to encourage you to go read something on United Methodist News. Let me know what you think about these websites. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments or reach out in another way. Onward to perfection, y'all.